You just missed Christina. Viola picked her up.
Yeah, Viola told me when I called to check in on Molly. Can I ask you a question? Is there a reason you're spending so much time with Christina?
She's my daughter.
Oh, I see. Does Laney know about this?
What does that mean?
I don't know, Sonny. You've seen Christina, what, a handful of times in the past year, and then suddenly you got 2 days with her in a row? And I'm just wondering if this is the sudden outpouring of fatherly attention is due to your illness.
Somebody's sick, all right. It's not me.
I really wanted to be a good mother for you. I wanted to do what was best. But unfortunately, I can't only consider you anymore. I need to consider Christina and Molly and what's best for them.
Okay, that's fine. Molly, she won't even remember me. And Christina, she's young enough to be resilient. Besides, Alexis, they have you. They're perfect mothers.
Well, unfortunately, their perfect mother has cancer.
What did you just say?
I have stage 2 lung cancer, and I may die.
Cancer? You're sure? No. They make mistakes like this all the time.
That's funny because that's exactly what I thought, but unfortunately, this one's true.
I don't understand you. Elizabeth was all over Patrick. She wasn't there for you when you needed her. You couldn't tell her things you could tell me. You told me you didn't trust her anymore.
It was the drugs, Maxie.
It was the drugs that made you say you needed me. That's what made you say I needed to go score more pills for you because nobody cared as much as I did. And now that Princess Elizabeth says so, you can't see me anymore?
What do you mean it's too late?
Sam came to see me. And she told me about Rick.
So you felt the need to return the favor and tell her about us? Jason, why would you do that?
You made a full recovery from the brain surgery, April. You're ready to be released.
What's the hurry?
To get you home.
What home? Look, my new best friend, Sonny Carento, said that he'd pay for the hospital bill, but he didn't say nothing about rent. Which means when I leave here, I go to the shelter.
No. You're not going to the shelter. Actually, there's an apartment waiting for you.
There is?
Mm-hmm. Mine.
What, are you back in denial? You're not bipolar, you're just moody, you didn't have a breakdown, just had a couple of bad days, what?
No, I'm bipolar. I don't like it, but I accept it. I take my medication like a good little boy and I go to therapy. And you know what? It's quite interesting. Unlike you, who's stumbling around in the dark, you wouldn't be able to find your butt with a flashlight.
Oh, right, because I slept with Sam, right? If I recall, you slept with her, too. And while you were still married to Carly. It's semantics. Cheating on your wife is cheating on your wife. We're both guilty of it, so don't stand there and judge me. Got it?
Okay, you know, I pity you. Because you think you want to go for what you want, but you blow right past what you already have. I got to tell you right now, I would feel sorry for you if you didn't hurt people left and right and didn't have that look on your face like it was all an accident. No amount of therapy will make me sympathetic to a man who takes advantage of a woman to get over on his enemy. And the fact that you slept with your stepdaughter, that means you have no respect for your wife or your daughters, including the one you fathered.
Maxie. I'm an addict. I took advantage of you.
Are those your wife's words? Taking advantage of me?
No, we did a lot of things that we shouldn't
No,
have.
you know what? Fine. If taking the pills are bad for you, then stop. I will help you, just like I did when you needed them. Unless that's what I was to you, was someone who was just going to score your drugs.
Of course not, Maxie. This was never your fault. I'm the one who messed up.
I helped you because you were in pain. And I'm not just talking about your back. I mean, you saw Patrick and Elizabeth flirting together. I saw it, and I wasn't taking any pills. I even saw how she treated you when all you needed was a little kindness and understanding. And now somehow you've forgotten all that because you'd like to pretend that she's perfect.
To hurt you, Max.
Then don't. Elizabeth is turning you against me because she sees we have something that she'll never have with you.
Elizabeth is my wife. I love her. That's more important to me than anything.
It's not what you said when we were in bed together.
Yeah, well, it was for all the wrong reasons. I won't walk away from our marriage.
Fine. Do what you think is right. But now that you've admitted to Elizabeth that you're a drug addict, Patrick Drake is probably looking a whole lot better than he did before.
I never intended to tell Sam anything, but she was honest with me. You know, about Rick, I just felt I should be honest about us.
If Lucky finds out, this could really, really ruin his recovery.
You spend a lot of time protecting Lucky, mostly from himself.
I have to support my husband if I'm gonna make this marriage work. Look, if Sam tells Lucky, it's not gonna matter that it was after I found him with Maxie and that I had already decided to leave him. This could send him right back to his addiction.
Has no reason to tell anyone.
You don't know what a woman will do when she finds out the man she loves is sleeping with somebody else. She wouldn't be human if she didn't think of payback. I guess the only thing for me to do is I have to tell
Look,
Lucky.
I know Sam is not going to tell Lucky anything because she's leaving town.
Lung cancer.
It's stage 2 adenocarcinoma. It's a non-small cell type lung cancer. It's the most common lung cancer in women, not that that helps any.
They can do something, right? I mean, chemotherapy or something.
They want to operate. It's called a lobectomy, and then they follow that up with chemo. In any case, I won't be borrowing any of your midriff tops because the scar is apparently very nasty.
Well, that's good. I mean, the operation is good if it's your only chance to get rid of this, right?
Well, they say I stand a chance.
Lung cancer. You don't even smoke.
You don't have to. It could be secondhand, it could be environmental. Nobody really knows. It started with my coughing, and I couldn't stop.
Right, but I thought you said that you thought that was because of the allergies.
Well, that's what the doctors thought, and then they thought it was a bronchial infection, and then it didn't respond to antibiotics, so they did a chest x-ray, and they found a spot on my lung.
And when was that?
It was about 2 weeks ago. I didn't tell anyone because I was hoping that it might be a mistake. Unfortunately, it wasn't, and I don't have a lot of time to deal with this, you know, because I have a family and I have a job.
So what now?
So they operate. They take out a piece of my lung, and then they follow it up with chemotherapy, which is going to take a lot out of me.
Okay. I mean, if it's your best chance, the operation, I think that's good. You have to do it.
Of course. But I'm worried about Christina and Molly, and as grateful as I am for Viola, they need more than a nanny.
Are you asking me to stay?
So you're letting me move into share your apartment?
No, you don't have to share it with anyone.
So where are you gonna live? Or is it obvious?
No.
No, I'm moving into a loft with a couple of friends. I was going to give up my apartment, but I'm sure one word to Sonny and he'll cover the rent. And it's furnished, so you can just move right on in.
Oh, well, I hope you don't have club chairs because I could never live anywhere without club chairs.
I have no idea.
I'm kidding. I'm just trying to figure out why. I mean, what makes me so special?
You know what? Don't be so flattered. It's just my way of propping up Dr. Drake's ego because he's so proud of the surgery he did on you. Did I mention that he's giving tours of your brain?
Yeah, cut you in on the entry fee.
I mean, something's wrong with this picture. It's like, you people are doctors. I mean, you're supposed to be too busy, you know? I mean, shouldn't you be playing golf or something?
You know, it's really not that big of a deal. It's just a place to live.
No. It's more than generous. Considering the fact that I might have infected the man that you care so much about. And, don't worry, because I know that he cares just as much about you. You're both just too stubborn to admit it.
Wow. Give the woman a bed to sleep and she takes all kinds of liberties.
I don't do gratitude too well. I mean, when you felt hopeless as long as I have, something like this is just...
It is truly my pleasure.
Sam's leaving town? How do you feel about that?
I think it's a mistake. You know, she's always wanted to belong somewhere, and she finally has that here. But it's up to her.
Well, you've been her whole life. Without you, she probably feels like there's no reason to
I
stay.
mean, she's got her mother, she's got two little sisters who look up to her. Yeah, she's screwed up,
Yeah,
but...
we're all screwed up sometimes. Somehow our family always manages to forgive us. Can you forgive her for sleeping with Rick?
Can you forgive Lucky?
I love my husband. He's about to face the biggest challenge of his life, and I'm going to do whatever I can to help him get clean.
But can you really forgive him?
When I think about it, I picture him and Maxie, and I guess I'm going to have to try, because I have too much to lose. And so do you.
Sam, you and I took a terribly wrong turn somewhere. Apparently, it wasn't as easy to overcome first impressions as we may have thought. That blood connection, the DNA, I guess, only goes so far.
When two people wanted a connection as much as we did, someone is bound to let the other person down.
I'm sorry for all the hurt that I've caused you. And I know that you're sorry, too. We've really made a mess of things, haven't we? But we need to think about Christina and Molly right now, and this is going to be very difficult for them. And they can really use your help, particularly Christina, because she worships you.
You know, the thought of leaving Christina and Molly, that has been the hardest part.
Christina is used to me being in charge and me taking care of everything, and it's going to be very difficult for her when she sees me in a hospital and she sees me weak and tired. She's going to be scared. So she's going to need you to help make that better for her.
I'm not the one to be in charge. I don't think I could do that.
Is that a yes or a no?
Alexis, I have already caused you so much grief. I just don't know if me being around, I think your priority is getting yourself well.
You're right, it is, and I'm certainly going to need everything that I have to make this all go away. And you know what? You let me know what you're going to do, because I need to speak to Rick. He doesn't know about this yet.
Rick doesn't know?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, well, I don't think I need to be there for that.
Whether you stay or not, I want you to know how sorry I am for the things that I said. I was angry. I was angry at you. I was angry that I was sick, and I was angry that you were healthy and you had your whole life ahead of you and you were going to waste it. I just wanted you to know that.
I know what I should do. But there are other people involved. It's just so complicated.
No, Sam, it's actually very simple. I have cancer, and I need my family, all of my family, to help me beat it. Because I don't want to die.
I think the two of you need to be alone.
Well, at least I don't have to go through the huge explanation again.
I would appreciate it if you would, because the only word that I heard was cancer.
Adenocarcinoma, stage 2, non-small cell type lung cancer. It falls trippingly off the tongue.
Not so much.
I'm going to need surgery. They're going to take out a portion of my lung. I believe it's the left lower lobe.
What?
Do you know those coughing spells I've been having?
Yeah, the ones that you attributed to your allergies.
It turns out not.
When were you planning on telling me this?
Well, you're here right now.
Well, I know I'm here now, but you're telling me now, after the fact, after you've already had the tests and the diagnosis, and I'm sure fairly a few sleepless nights after you've already decided that you're going to have major surgery and I imagine chemotherapy.
They say that's my best chance.
Why didn't you tell me?
So I just have to finish packing these boxes and then we can move them over to the loft.
Wait, we?
Yes, we. You and me. If we're going to get April in here, I'm going to need your help. Just don't peek in the boxes, okay?
What's in here? Wow, do batteries come with that?
Cute. Hopefully I won't need it anymore.
You know, April's gonna love it here. Did a great thing, Dr. Scorpio. But did I mention the fact I'm not crazy about you living with a bunch of roommates?
It does severely limit your options.
Yeah. And I thought I was out of options.
No, I believe you have one more option left. That is, if you want to take advantage of the little privacy that I have.
I want this. You know that.
Well, then it's yours. You tested negative. You're on the protocol. I mean, we have the necessary precautions down pat. What's stopping you?
Possibility of infecting you with another strain of HIV.
They're the same odds that I would infect you. Almost non-existent. And that was a risk that you took with me for months.
And you're willing to play those odds.
I have been willing to play those odds for about 10 years now. I mean, at some point, you have to take a risk. It's up to you.
You all right, April?
I have to finish this. Almost done.
Okay.
You know Sam's getting ready to leave town?
Yeah, she came to see me. She told me everything.
Everything? You know everything?
I know about Sam and Rick. Actually, I knew before because I saw them together.
That must have been ugly.
Yeah. Anyway, she came to tell me the truth before she left town.
Change of plans. Sam can't leave. Alexis has lung cancer.
Well, I'm certainly not going to defend myself about the way that I handled this. And I shouldn't have to. The bottom line is I'm scared. I'm terrified. And I don't want to go through this alone. And all I have is my family, so I need help there. I said it.
Okay, I'm here. What do you need?
I need Sam to stay in Port Charles. I think that she should help with the girls.
Well, I don't think I'm the person to help you convince her of that.
I don't need you to convince her. I just want you to promise to get along with her as she stays.
I'll do whatever you want.
You will.
Yes, Alexis, I will. I'm sorry. It's just my head feels like it's about to explode. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around all of this. I know it's not about me. Okay, look, you're my wife and you're the mother of my child, and I'll do whatever you need. So if keeping Sam in town is what you need, then we'll have to find a way to peacefully coexist. Just as long as you find a way to beat this.
Thank you. Very generous of you. I appreciate that. In the meantime, I've got a lot of adjustments to make here. I have a lot of groundwork that we need to cover. I spoke to the mayor about it.
Spoke to the mayor?
I did, and for a pompous ass, he was actually very sympathetic.
Sympathetic enough to comfort you, I guess, or hold you.
Actually, yes. How do you know that?
I came by here one night and I saw him holding him.
Oh. And you thought he and I were...
Yeah.
Well, you jumped to the wrong conclusion, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess I did. Sorry. I wish you would have trusted me enough to tell me about this before.
Yes, I wish I did too.
So what do I do now?
Okay, well... I'm sorry, what?
What do you need?
Oh, well, I need a lot of things. Make a list of the people that need to know about this, and what else? Oh, yeah, I've got to train somebody here to do that, and of course the insurance companies have to be
Alexis, I don't need a
called.
list of what you could tell your assistant to do. I'm asking you, Alexis, what do you need?
At the moment, I've gotten over the initial shock, so I'm fine.
No, it's okay.
Don't touch me.
Okay.
Don't do.
It's okay.
I don't
It's
want to
okay.
be held right now. It's not okay. None of it's okay. It's not fair.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Does Sam know?
Well, Alexis is taking her sweet time telling anybody, but I knew something was going on because she was coughing a lot, so I had Bernie check it.
And?
Lung cancer.
Oh, man, I saw her the night of the blackout, and she was coughing so hard that I actually had to take her to the hospital. And then after that, she called me to her office and told me not to say anything to Sam and Rick.
That's strange. Why would she do that?
How bad is it?
You know, I don't understand the medical stuff, but I tell you it's not good. And I can't imagine Sam wanting to leave town when her mother needs help.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm just on my way to Narcotics Anonymous meeting. In a few minutes, I just want to stop by, see how you are.
Oh, I'm okay. It's a little slow right now, which generally means all hell's about to break loose.
Is Patrick working today?
Oh, come on, Lucky. There's nothing going on between
Well,
the two of
I
us.
know that now. It's just the excuse that I used to use. I know you better than that. I know that you would never cheat on our marriage.
So how do you feel about these meetings?
Determined, terrified.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, just remind me that I haven't completely destroyed us.
We're still hanging in there.
You know, knowing that I have your support, that you believe in me. I can do this.
And I'm counting on it.
Where are you going?
I haven't moved.
I mean, in your mind. You know, I bet in your entire bad boy life, you've never had to wonder if you should have slept with a girl or not. Don't be afraid for me, okay?
I once called you a coward for not living your life.
And I told you that you were right.
Yeah, well, you're no coward. What you go through every day, you have more courage than I could dream of.
Oh. Sometimes people are worth the risk.
It's mine.
Mine too.
Hello, it's Dr. Scorpio. We'll be right there.
I don't think it gets worse than this. While you and I were having sex, my mother gets diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna let her go through this alone.
She shouldn't have to.
I know she asked you to stay. What are you gonna do?
I got a job offer on a salvage ship and it leaves first thing in the morning.
You know your mother needs you.
Really? My mother needs me? Suddenly you care about what my mother
You know what?
needs?
Don't you even presume to think you know how I feel about Alexis. You just keep your head in the right spot and you stick to our agreement. Nothing happened. Because nothing good comes out of Alexis finding out. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Because believe me, I want to forget what happened between the two of us.
And believe me, I want to get as far away from you as possible.
Good. So are you leaving town?
I already talked to Sam. I told her, you know, it's best for her not to leave for Port Charles. She's got family, and that was even before I found out Alexis was sick. She said it didn't matter. That she's convinced you hate her.
I don't know what to feel.
All right. Well, you know what? I appreciate you. You haven't heard Rick. I know he's a twisted bastard, but you know he is Alexis' husband, and she needs him.
You telling me you want him? You want Alexis to trust him after what he just did?
I'll do whatever it takes to make sure my little girl gets the support she needs, and if that means Sam and unfortunately Rick.
I mean, you know, Sam does want to start over. She's determined to leave.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a favor. Need you to talk to Sam and, you know, let her know this is the worst time to be leaving because she's got a mother now, 2 sisters, and all that stuff about who slept with who, and you know what's worse, what's not worse, is secondary. Alexis is gonna need Sam's help, and in order for Sam to do that, you're just gonna have to forgive a little bit.
Is Elizabeth Spencer still on duty?
Oh, she took a break. She was meeting. She was meeting you. She got a message to meet you at the Elm Street Pier.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Lucky.
What happened?
She bled out.
Saw her this morning. She was fine.
Oh, she had end-stage AIDS. There's only so much we can do. Sorry, Doctor. I've got rounds.
Do you believe in synchronicity?
Meaningful coincidence. Be nice if everything had a meaning.
April showed up at our hospital. You exposed yourself to HIV. Saved her life. And then she turns around and dies on Stone's birthday. What do you suppose the meaning of that is?
You want to see me?
Can I get you something?
I know why I'm here. You have lung cancer?
Who told you?
I didn't like the sound of your cough, so I had somebody hack into your medical records.
You couldn't buy me a cough drop? If I felt better, I would file charges.
I guess it's my lucky day. How you feeling?
I need major surgery, and then I need chemo. And they give me a 50-50 chance. Whatever happens, I need you to make this right for Christina.
Only way to make it right for Christina is for you to live.
I was just coming to look for you, actually. Come on in.
Alexis has cancer.
Sonny just told me.
She's gonna have to go through a lot of treatments. And she's scared to death, not only for herself, but for Christina and Molly, too.
Yeah, it's good that she decided to get treatments.
Yeah, I mean, it's her only way of... It's her only chance of beating it. I really don't think she would have told anybody because she hates to do that, but she had to. You know, she's really stubborn. Jason, Alexis asked me to stay.
What do you want to do?
My family needs me. And it's a matter of life or death. So.
Of course, I get it.
I kind of feel like this is my chance to do something meaningful after I screwed up so bad. And I have said so many awful things to Alexis.
She can't be too upset. She asked you to stay, right?
I don't want my mother to die. And if there's any way that I can help my mother fight cancer, then I have to stay. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to deal with you and me.